So what is the actual benefit of creating things in microgravity? What's kind of like, why is that special versus doing it here on Earth?
Yeah, no, great question. So if you think about the being on Earth right now, there's no way to escape what's known as a gravity well. You have 1 g of acceleration on every molecule throughout your body. It's why your feet are glued to the ground when you're
Right.
walking around. And if you just think about astronauts floating around in space, they do not experience that same effect.
Right.
That's what we call microgravity. It's not quite zero gravity, but it's pretty
Right.
damn close. So we'll say microgravity, but think zero gravity, things floating around. And so if you zoom in on a molecular level, what that allows you to do is to actually reorder those molecules in a different shape or fashion. And so depending on the material, this can have some pretty interesting macroscopic effects if you reorder those crystals in a way that you just can't because you're always in a 1G gravity well
Right.
on Earth. And so for pharmaceuticals, macroscopic outputs might be a different formulation path where instead of something being an IV bag, it's a subcutaneous injectable. Or instead of being 5 pills a day, maybe it's an inhaler. That's the types of effects that we can have. If you look at other pieces of research, whether it's semiconductors or fiber optics or some of these other pieces that other folks have pursued, let's say up on station, you might have a clearer fiber optic or what's known as a lower attenuation fiber optic, a more ordered semiconductor. There's quite a few benefits that you can get out of this just depending on the material, but it all comes back to this idea that you just have this very, very still controlled environment in microgravity and something that you just truly cannot get back down on Earth because
Right.
we don't have anti-gravity machines. If we did, we would not be going through that whole hassle
Right.
of going up to space. And so that's really the only place that we can get that microgravity effect for the length of time that we need.
Got it.